You know, I make some lame joke about this game being called Rockman 7 Football Club just to say we're gonna go tackle 2 more Robot Masters today, but I kind of think that joke would bomb. And considering where we're going, Burstman stage, being filled with bombs, you know what, I think I'll just skip it. Anyway, we got a lot of count bombs at the start that you'll want to jump off of before they explode on you, unless you like getting hurt. I don't judge. But what I will say is that this level is actually easier than its SNES incarnation because, again, with the NES sprite, you have more room to maneuver with. For instance, I can do this slide jump a heck of a lot easier than I could with the 16-bit form of Mega Man. Go down here to pick up the E-Tank. Try to take out this Monopellerin, I think that's his name, and completely miss, but that's okay, you know? We have a lot more weapons that I'd like to show off this time. Thunderstrike, it's, like I said, it's a very good weapon. Already, we're going to get our second extra life of the level by using Rush to hop up here. That's pretty good. And as I did in the SNES version of the game, I'm going to pull out Freeze Cracker for these Mets because these things are very annoying, especially later on in the stage. Again, you can control it by shooting it up or down, and that last Met, I believe in all 5 attempts I had at the making of this video, I completely missed. And then we go and face Bubble Crab, who is going to pop me because I did not get up against the wall, which is the safe spot in this fight. Oh well, no big deal. To save some time for the next screen, we're going to pull out Rush Coil and joke around with it by sending Rush in. Nope, buddy, you just gotta wait a little bit. Once we get to the top here, because again, I am a little bit impatient, I am going to make this jump without any problem whatsoever. And I'm going to keep him out, because there's another screen coming up where he can save us a couple of seconds. Although I choose to lose those seconds by not going ahead and jumping on the first disappearing, reappearing block here. If you get a slide going into this next screen, you can hop on these blocks before that first one disappears, go from the second to the fourth, and finish off the final 2. Yeah, I'm going pretty liberal with my weapon use, but I've always been like that. It's like, you know, you give me the tools to use, and I'm going to use them. Now, like I said, the Mets here are going to become annoying, and no, we don't want to touch those spikes just yet. Let's, you know, not screw this up like we have done for a lot of other stages so far. You know, the up and down tide is that stupid Met got me, and this stupid Met got me. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes when you're in a hurry, you're going to make mistakes, like being too close to that bomb. It happens, buddy. But once we get rid of him, we are going to be up the ladder and already to the boss shutter. Just about 3 minutes. That's pretty good time for this stage. Now, while the level itself was easier than the SNES incarnation, I find the boss fight with Burstman to be a little bit harder. And again, this is because the bosses themselves are not stunned by weapon weaknesses, or in Burstman's case, the Charged Buster attack, if I ever hit him with it. Now, I like actually being up close and personal with this fight because you have to shake like a son of a gun to get out of those bubbles in time before they send you up into the spikes. And to be quite honest, I'll always get hit by the second and the third just to make sure I have room to maneuver around. In fact, I'm not sure why I decided to go left because it's really just best to stay right next to Burstman unless he does his triple bubble attack that you'll see in a little bit here. Right here, in fact, because right after that, he'll send 4 bubbles up from the ground to hit you. And if you're so much as a little bit off to the side, you will get popped and get slammed right into Burstman himself. Kind of annoying, but he's kind of done. I know I made the fight look easy, but it is a much more difficult battle if you're not used to button wiggling from left to right like a son of a gun like I did. And believe me, it's very easy to get hit up into those spikes. Another bummer is that Danger Wrap does not encase enemies in its weapon anymore. Therefore, it's not really Danger Wrap as much as it is Danger Bomb. I think that kind of sucks, to be honest with you. It takes away one of the good parts of Mega Man 7. we're going to go off to Springman stage for our second pick, as you all chose. Into the paradise itself. The springs here, you have to be holding down the jump button for them to be fully activated. And as you'll see, there's already an instant kill trap, and I will constantly make sure that I am bouncing high up on those before making a move, because I just had a previous run end in failure. Speaking of failure, I'm going to let this part speak for itself. You know, I mean well sometimes, but I have no idea what the heck I was thinking, or even if I was thinking there. Now, I will say, as we continue on with this stage, that I have always been a fan of Mega Man stages with these off-the-wall gimmicks, or ones that you don't see much in other platformers. For instance, I love Snake Man stage in Mega Man 3, Sheep Man stage in Mega Man 10. You know, just levels that aren't your typical, hey, here's a bunch of elemental weaknesses, so that here's your fire stage, here's your ice stage. It's like, eh. I mean, being inside of a giant toy box is just a neat idea to me. What would be a neat idea is letting Danger Rap take this spine out instead of sliding right into him like an idiot, but it happens. You know, we all make mistakes. And apparently I've decided to make this third video just full of them. There would be a big bolt there if we had Rush Search, but again, this game doesn't have it, so on we go to the big old open area that makes up the second to last screen of the stage. Now there is the E-Tank to the right, but again, there's no point in getting it, because I'll be turning the game off after this stage is done. Instead, we're going to slide this guy over to the left, let him punch open this secret wall for us, and one special bounce later, get ourselves the energy balancer, and now make sure we get out of here without falling in the spikes. Nope, I just could not get that one up for the life of me. I think I did this stage 3 times. Really only one failure in it. The other time, I just did not record the sound well. It happens. What also happens is you need to be on the edge of this bouncer to get to that ladder. It's a tougher jump than you'd think. Again, it's another one of those ones that Rockman 7FC makes a little harder than the SNES game itself. But either way, you get on up. 2 Joes here, and we got Noise Crush, so they might as well not even exist. And believe me, I'll make sure they don't exist. And booyah, we're to the shutter already. Now, again, you know, we don't even have Springman's weakness yet. There's only one part to this fight that really bothers me, and no, it's not this little spinny part, because he will always do this, and it's very easy to see. But no, it's when he charges up these wild coils along the ground. The first one's easily dispatched with a charged Mega Buster, but the second one can be a bit of a problem if you aren't focusing on it first. And that's unfortunately a mistake that I make a couple of times in this fight. Oh well, you know, Springman's gonna jump to right where you are, so get out of the way. Get your shots in then. I am going to admit that I'm embarrassed that I couldn't, no-hit clear Springman here, because, come on, he's Springman! And instead he actually got me, twice, which I think is actually one more time than, Burstman got me in this video. But, he's gone, and we are 3/4 of the way through this already. Good job, me. Oh yeah. And we get Wild Coil. Actually, maybe I shouldn't be so hard on it. The problem with that is that a lot of the weapons in Mega Man 7 and onwards are pretty dang good. And Wild Coil itself, not so much. But anyway, next time we'll be seeing Junkman and Slashman in that order. It's going to be an interesting one, if I remember correctly, from how well I was at this game the last time I played it, but we'll have to see you then. See ya.